Last year, my wife Haley and I bought this house as our first real estate investment property ever, and the goal was to try to flip it for only $20 out of pocket. We're going to start by taking $20 to a local thrift store, buying some things that we could flip online for a profit. And once we had that stuff sold and had the cash in hand, we used some of the cash to put towards some work at the flip house while keeping back a little bit so we could buy more inventory and keep this cycle going until eventually we'd get to a point with a completely remodeled house for only $20 out of pocket. We've been working on this project for about 16, 17 months or so right now, and we've made a lot of progress. Here's a picture of what the kitchen used to look like compared to what it looks like now, and we are so close to finishing this house. And although technically we're still only $20 out of pocket for the entire project, obviously we've spent more than that. So in today's video, we're gonna break down the entire project pretty much line by line to share with you guys exactly how much we've spent on this house flip so far. We're leaving the flip house and there's this bug on the ground. Look at that. Look at his antlers. Should I flip him over? He looks like he's struggling. What, is he venomous? Here. There you go, bud. We are gonna head to the Goodwill Bins in today's video to spend some of our current house flip budget on some more stuff to sell to put towards the project. We've got, I don't know, a couple little loose ends to tie up at the house, as well as one final project, refinishing the floors.
Yes, that'll be the big one.
That's the big one. I don't know exactly how much it's gonna cost, but it's gonna cost more than we have currently. So hopefully we can find some cool stuff today to buy and flip for a lot of money to increase our budget. We do have to get some gas first before we drive all the way to the other side of town where the Goodwill Bins are. What's the proper grammar for that?
Goodwill outlet is.
Outlet is, bins are.
Yeah.
There, that's
yeah, sure.
Which leads me to the sponsor of today's video, the Upside app. Basically, the Upside app is a way for you guys to get free money by buying things that you're already gonna buy anyway. There are over 85,000 different gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app, and today I was able to log on, search my area, and claim an offer at this Circle K for 13 cents back per gallon. It only took me about 30 seconds. It does usually take about a day or so for the money to actually process into your account, but for the gas we just purchased, we ended up getting a total of $1.80 in cash back, which doesn't immediately sound like a ton of money, but it does add up very quickly. I think I've got like $40 in my account right now without even thinking about it. And I was gonna buy gas anyway. So like, why would I not do this? The top earners on Upside are earning as much as $300 per month, which is certainly not chump change to me. So if you guys are curious to see how much money you could be earning on the Upside app, you can download it with the link in the description of the video down below. And you can use code HAIRY, H-A-I-R-Y, to get an extra 25 cents back per gallon of gas you get on your first tank. So thanks again to Upside for sponsoring today's video. We greatly appreciate you guys. Let's get back to the Goodwill Bins. Wow. Hi, Laura. Let's see what we got. Here, grab a duffel bag. Oh yeah. And it's got extra bags inside of it. It's the whole set, son. Let's make sure the zipper works. Oh yeah. I found this Yamaha, I think it's a cymbal stand. It says made in Japan. I don't see a model number or anything, but it seems very high quality. It is a little heavy, but I looked up Yamaha cymbal stands on eBay. I don't know, there's one for like $200 right there. So I don't know. I'll get it and maybe try to look it up more in detail before we check out.
Warby Parker. Those are really cute. Actually, they're Michael Kors. Yeah. What is this? I don't see a brand or anything, but it's a really nice like size, like for travel. Look around that. All right, here's this box right here. I found this. Goodwill wanted to charge $11. It's like a bag of fish. And I think they're like whirlpools. But I don't know if they would have all of the pieces, but that's pretty cool. Very unique. Kind of a unique find for somebody. For like a boathouse or lake house or something. I think I'm gonna grab this.
I did find this cool little Pokemon tote bag. A little dirty, but I think it will come clean in the wash. Very little effort. Heading over to the shoes, see if we can find anything over here. All right, I did find one singular motocross boot box. Try to see if we can find the other one though. Oh, here it is. Looks to be in pretty good shape. All the clasps look good. The leather looks good. I'm sure these are super expensive new men's size 11. So we will definitely get these. There's 50 currently listed, 70, 75, 70, 130, 50, 100. Let's see how many have actually sold. 119 sold. Really good sell-through rate. Some as high as $90, $80, $100. So yeah, definitely worth it to get those.
This is a vintage Woolwich, pure virgin wool. It's a cool like plaid color too, and I don't think it's shrunk or anything. So yeah.
These are some Danner boots. Kind of all caught up in the laces here. Look a little small. These are a women's 8.5, so not small at all. Vibram soles, pretty good condition. Just need a little bit of cleaning. Definitely get those. Yeah, sorry, let me get out of your way here. Jeez, they're Vans. Trujillo SG. They look like maybe a limited edition or something. Plenty of tread left on the bottom. No major wearing. Get those. This. It's a possum. A possum with a broken foot.
Oh my goodness, here's another pair. Wow. Josh, I found 2 pairs of teaks, one orange and one purple. Please be on the lookout.
Okay, where'd you find it?
Well, I found one in here and one over here. So, yes, it's my lucky day. Here's the purple. Awesome. Now we can find the orange. Look, you guys, it's right here. Josh, I found both of them.
Both of them.
Score.
Nice. Guys, look at this. We got the official Waffle House merch. Yes, of course. Size 2XL. Great condition, full zip. Some selling 25, 30 bucks in the summer. So maybe we can get 25 or 30 bucks for it. Or hold it until winter and get even more. Bush beer hat. That's cool. All right, I found a plush that I think we need to save. In here, oh, there's a little Captain America. He's really gross. But down at the bottom, we got a little Butterfree. He's disgusting, and his tag is cut. But I'm gonna get him, try to bring him back to life.
Oh my goodness, look at this. That's adorable. I guess a kid's extra large. Oh my goodness.
I did find this pair of Merrells over here. They're probably the ugliest Merrells
They're pretty ugly, but
I've ever
hey,
seen,
like
but it's
functional over
summer, you know, perfect camp shoes.
Yes.
We're going to camp next week.
That's what I'm saying. Functional over cute, I guess.
Yeah. They're your size.
Are they?
You can wear them to camp.
I could wear them as my lifeguard shoes.
Yeah. I just found these little kids Nike Cortez, or a similar model. I'm pretty sure these are original. The code on there, I don't know if you can see it, there's a code on the side that says 4841101 WC. But I don't know if the year is 84. I mean, they look like they could be 84. I use Google Lens and it looks like these are, there's a listing right here, 1980s. It looks pretty much exactly the same. 1985 on these. I'm pretty sure these are the same shoes. Maybe slightly different. So there says 685035TY. Mine says 484. So these must be from 1984 then.
We are looking at this Bagmaster thing that I literally just threw in the bag in the beginning. I was kind of assuming it was a gun bag. It kind of looks like, you know, a pistol would fit in there, and cartridges and all that kind of stuff.
It's definitely a good bag. There's a little sight in here. I don't know what it, maybe a rifle or something. It's a little laser sight, some gloves.
Yeah,
some
shooting gloves.
Gun oil. Found 2 more little plush. We'll get this little Olaf. He's a Disney and Squishmallow, so that's kind of cool. And I found this little Bulbasaur. Very similar condition to the Butterfree we found. He's got a little stain. Little stain right there. Just needs to be cleaned up. See if we can bring him back to life as well. Just grabbed another plush. This is one of those feisty pets. When you squeeze him, he goes from nice to mean, I guess. How you do? Oh yeah, you squeeze his head. Of course, I'd probably do that if you squeeze my head too. So I got this Little Mermaid piggy bank. Put coins in there, and I think it's like electronic. She like moves her tail or something whenever you make a deposit. It doesn't work, but I might get it. Just put some batteries in there and test it out. It's gotta be worth a couple bucks. What's this guy down here? Ugh. I just found this pair of Lauren Conrad, like little sandals. Lauren Conrad is not a very good brand. However, these sandals look basically brand new. They're a women's 10, a little bit larger size, but I think it's like the perfect type of shoe to sell. So it's probably gonna cost, I don't know, like $2 or so. So I think we can at least get 5, 6, 7 bucks, maybe, just barely enough for it to be worth our time. Alright. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, I forgot. I bought this Yamaha cymbal mount tripod thing. I said I was going to try to look it up before we checked out because it's very heavy. It probably weighs like 5 pounds.
You just bought it?
Yes, but I think is worth it.
Okay.
I think. We spent $63.37. Not bad considering just those motorcycle boots should sell for, I don't know, at least that much. So we make all of our money back with the boots and then everything else, pure profit going towards the house flip. The Benz was pretty good today, but we decided to head over maybe like a 15-20 minute drive away to this Goodwill. Haven't been here a couple weeks. What do you got?
It's a Vera Bradley. It's like an owl pattern, and usually these are usually these are $5.75, $1.99.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it. Vera Bradley for $2.
Yeah.
That's almost what we pay at the Benz. Full disclosure, we do find a lot of Vera Bradleys and we do sell them, but they're not worth a ton of money. Like that bag, we'll pay $2 on a Whatnot auction. It'll probably go for like 10, maybe 15 bucks if we're lucky. We do really well on the Vera Bradley duffel bags, like those big ones, like the one I found at the Benz today, that one of the first things I found. That one should do pretty well. The last one we sold, that one with, it was like the duffel bag with 2 matching bags that went for like 100 bucks, I think. So those do pretty well. But as far as the individual purses, it's nothing crazy. We just find a lot of them and, you know, turn $1 into 10 pretty usually. I realize I just said pretty usually, and I know that doesn't really make sense, but you get what I was trying to say here. We got some Brooks running shoes. These are kind of nice, little confetti pattern. Some wearing up top, but nothing too crazy. Let's see what exact model these are. Brooks GTS 18. The heels are good. Oftentimes when you buy running shoes, there's like little holes in the heels back here. These are going to be $6.50. Might take a chance on these. Obviously a little bit of wear to them, but plenty of life left in them. I think turning $6.50 into maybe 20 bucks or so will be worth it. Got a little pair of women's Merrell shoes down here, bright colorway, pretty good condition. Plenty of tread left on the bottom, just a little dirty. Yeah, I'm gonna get these $6.50. Gonna do a voiceover here. There was a speaker in the ceiling and the copyrighted music was really loud, but I walked over to the golf clubs because there was a lot over here today, and this guy was looking at him for a couple minutes. He was talking to me a lot, like just having a full-on conversation, but he was like saying that all the ones in that bag to the right that was just off camera there, he was gonna get. And kind of like every time I picked one up to look at it, he was like talking about how he was planning on getting that one and stuff. So it was kind of a weird situation. So I just decided to walk away and come back at a later time after he left to look at, you know, the clubs that he left behind. We have a situation. Haley has found a buggy over here, and there are two.
I don't know if this is someone's buggy, but there's a green Stanley and then like a smaller Stanley right here.
I don't know why somebody would get all those cups though. So it's probably like a Goodwill worker. $3.99.
$3.99 each.
Nobody's coming.
No one's over here.
No one's coming to tell us to get out of their buggies, so maybe it's up for grabs. Oh, look, Yeti. A Yeti wine cooler, $3. That guy is still over there talking to himself about the golf clubs. There's one club that I would like to get if he doesn't get it. It's the little TaylorMade one. That's really a really small head. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. $1.99. No batteries. A little bit of corrosion in there, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Definitely get that. It's also funny because Haley and I are talking about how that golf club guy is still back there talking to himself, but people could also be looking at us thinking we're talking to ourselves if they don't see the camera is on my chest. So, you know, crazy world. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Oh, hello.
What is it? Afternoon, morning?
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, these are cool.
Yeah.
Wow, Stanley.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yep, that's what we said too.
You guys have a great day.
Thanks, ma'am.
Drive.
So a lot of cool stuff found today, especially those 2 Stanley cups. How the mighty have fallen, right? You go from being one of the hottest and hard to find products in the world to being, you know, donated to a thrift store. So that's cool. We'll still sell those probably like, I don't know, they were $3.99 each. Well, I think we'll probably get like $20 to $25 a piece for those, somewhere in there. We also did a Whatnot show the other day with some stuff from our previous episode of the $20 house flip. I'm not going to show you everything, but we sold like a little Kate Spade wallet for $7. We got $17 for a pair of Birkenstocks, really small. They were a women's 4, so I'm pretty happy with that price. Little Build-A-Bear sold for $2 there. $13 on the Toothless plush, $15 on the lot of Legos. It was like the Lego Friends pack. It was like the grocery bag full of loose stuff. That was pretty good there. We got $13 for a Ralph Lauren shirt. One of those Callaway golf hats, the new tags ones. That one sold for $7. I kept one for personal use and sold one. So $7, pretty good deal on that. $21 for a nice little Vera Bradley blue and white duffel bag. Like I said, we usually do pretty well on those. But just to save time, overall, we did $502 in sales between 48 items. So an average selling price of $10.46 per item. I don't know why our revenue hasn't loaded yet. Let me see if I can find that. And then after Whatnot fees and any shipping discounts or anything like that, we made $424.87. So now let's get into the meat of today's video. The house flip costs, how much money we've spent on the entire project so far. So the first thing we had to pay for when we started the renovation was the dump. There's supposed to be an S in there. The dumpster rental, and that was $475. Can you guys see that? I think you can see that. $475. There it is. The next cost we incurred was our electrical work. We hired our neighbor, who's an electrical contractor, to come change out some outlets and install a couple bathroom ceiling fans and rewire the house a little bit. We were moving the oven and moving the fridge. So he was there for like a day. In between his labor and the materials that we bought, we spent a total of $1,500. Next up is the drywall work. We tore out all the pine paneling in the house. We had to redo all the drywall in the kitchen. We did the drywall in both of the bathrooms and like one wall of it in the primary bedroom. And between all that, hanging and taping and mudding, and they'd actually did a coat of primer on it as well, that was $2,300. So this next one was the most expensive individual project that we had, and that was replacing all of the windows and the back sliding glass door in the house. If you guys remember, it was like all aluminum windows. The back door was difficult to close. It didn't have a locking mechanism. I think 2 or 3 of the windows were broken already. So instead of just replacing some of them and just like dealing with it later, we just had to go ahead and do it all at once. I did get multiple quotes on this because the first company we asked wanted like $16,000, like just like $5,000 for the sliding glass door. And that was just too much money. We couldn't do that. So we found a local small company that was recommended to us to do it. And they were able to replace all the windows in the house and replace and add the new sliding glass door. And that was a total of $8,500. After that, I'm pretty sure we started working on the hallway bathroom. That was a resurfacing of the shower, a little bit of plumbing work in there. We replaced the vanity and we replaced the toilet, and a little bit of drywall and paint as well. The vanity was $1,100, and the shower resurfacing was $1,000. So we'll say $2,100 there. And then we'll add the toilet and paint and stuff in the miscellaneous category at the end here. We did redo all the plumbing in the house, and I was able to do most of that myself, but we did have to hire a plumber to help with a couple things, and his labor alone on those few things was $500. So we're gonna say plumber 500, and then I'll add in all the materials from the stuff I did at the end in the miscellaneous category. We actually did a complete gut job on the primary bathroom. We ripped off the drywall, we ripped out the floor joists. I mean, just a complete rebuild of that bathroom. I did most of that myself except the shower. We had to hire a guy to come do the tile in the shower, and the labor alone for that one was $2,000. We were able to save a little bit of money in this bathroom by using our old vanity from the warehouse bathroom to put that in there. So that probably saved us $500 or so, but pretty much everything else was completely brand new. And the rest of the cost will be in the miscellaneous materials category coming up. Next up is our line for handyman services. My good friend Dean is a professional handyman. He's helped us out a couple different times on the house, usually $150 here, $200 here. So far, we have paid Dean a total of $600 for his assistance on this house flip. So I've listed all these individually for today's video because these were like the big ticket single project cost, you know, like the drywall and the windows. That's like one thing we paid for that was kind of expensive. But our biggest line item in the budget of this project is the materials and miscellaneous category, because this is like where the plumbing supplies came in. Like I did the labor myself, but I spent like $400 or $500 on the tool and the PEX and all that. You know, the drywall, this was labor only. So we still had to spend, I think it was like $500 or $600 on the actual drywall and mud and tape and stuff for them to use. The electrical, we had to buy some ceiling fans. Those were like $150 a piece. So when you add all that up, that creates this big line item here, materials and miscellaneous, which in this case has come out to $4,312.10. So when you add up all of these costs into one total budget for the flip house, that comes to $22,287.10, which honestly is a little bit cheaper than I thought we were going to spend so far. We're not quite done. We've got some money in the budget currently. We've got a few more projects to do. It'll probably end up costing us about $25,000 once everything is said and done. But if you would have asked me at the beginning how much I thought we'd end up spending on this house, I probably would have guessed like 30 to 35 or so. We've been able to save money in a lot of places. We've been able to just get a lot of work done to the house for a relatively small amount of money. I keep thinking about like HGTV shows where they just redo the front of the house with some paint and shutters and landscaping, and it's like $20,000. So maybe that like skewed my opinion a little bit. But I do think doing a lot of the work ourselves has saved a lot of money, specifically the plumbing. Like I asked our plumber how much he would have charged to redo. I just ripped out all the copper and replaced it with PEX. It wasn't incredibly difficult. It took me about 15 hours or so, but that's mainly because I didn't really know what I was doing. I had a big learning curve. But he said that labor alone would have been about $5,500. So, you know, that labor that I was able to add saved us $5,500 in that case. So that has helped a lot. I'm sure if we hired a contractor to do everything that we have done so far, this total would be at least double, if not maybe even triple what we've actually spent. Quick little update here. The total cost that I got here, $22,287.10, was from our bookkeeper, but that was before she put in the number for the kitchen countertops that we just had. And I totally forgot about that when I was filming the video. So we spent another $3,100 on the kitchen countertops and the sink installation. So adding $3,100 to the budget should bring us to $25,387.10. So while this was all the money we spent on the actual work of the house, we have incurred a few other costs that just come along with owning a piece of real estate for 16 months. For instance, we've paid a guy to cut our grass a few times because I don't want to deal with that. We had to pay, utilities. Our electricity bill at the house is usually like $50 a month or something. We don't really use water that much, but our county charges like a flat $35 fee per month just to have water turned on, like have an active account, which I think is a huge scam, but that's beside the point. And we also just had to pay the property taxes on the house since we've owned it for more than a year. I thought it was going to be like $2,000 or $2,500 or so, but the bill was just under $500. And I actually called the courthouse or whoever handles that to verify that the price was accurate, and they said it was. So we didn't take any of that money out of the budget because that wasn't really renovation costs. That was just the cost of carrying the house. But if you guys don't know, we did pay cash for the house. So we don't have a mortgage or anything like that. So I feel like this is as transparent as I can be for you guys. So definitely let me know. Did you think we spent more on the house like I did, or did you think we spent a little bit less? Does it seem like something you would want to do in the future? I will say that the excitement of doing the flip has kind of dwindled over the last couple months. We just have so much other stuff going on, and at this point we just kind of want to wrap it up and be done with it, move on to another project. But it has been fun and we've learned a lot. It's not something I regret doing, but I don't know if we will be flipping another house anytime soon. Maybe in the future if we get a really good deal, but it's been an interesting experience to say the least. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. And again, tune in for a future Whatnot show or some eBay listings coming from the stuff we picked up in today's video. I feel like we're almost done. Maybe a couple more videos of the house flip budget, and we'll move on to the next project. But thank you guys again for watching. You're the best. We will catch you on the next one.